welcome to your real estate journey, expert tips for buyers and sellers. I'm Dolly Lopez, your realtor and broker in the state of Florida and Kentucky. And today I am joined by Anna. She's one of the best CPAs that I have known, the strategist that does tax simple and knows a lot about it. So welcome, Anna. How are you today?
Hi, Dolly. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Doing great.
I'm glad to have you on board because today I want to talk to you about business tax returns. There's a lot of business owners out there, and regardless of how small or how big they are, sometimes the taxes, they don't seem to be done properly, or they missed out on deductions. So can you tell me what are the most common deductions business owners do on their tax returns at the end of the year?
Dolly, that is such a good question, and actually one that many clients don't know how to answer, and they go to their accountants and they don't really give them the right instructions, right? The right guidance. So when you have a business, and this could be a sole proprietorship, so it's a business under your personal name, or if you have an LLC for your business, or an S corp, for example, partnership, it's going to work very similar in any of those cases, right? So typically where you have your operating expenses, right, for the business, which are, let's say you have real estate business, then you have your water, your utilities, then you'll have your management fees, you'll have your inspection expenses, right? The operating expenses typical of that business. But then you also can deduct additional expenses, which are normally considered personal. And we're not doing anything illegal here, okay? We're never going to tell a client, do this to lower your taxes and then get the client in trouble. So these are personal expenses that are really shared with your business. For example, again, going back to your real estate business, you have to drive to go to Home Depot, to go look at the property, to go visit the property manager, right? So you're using your car for your business. So that is a business deduction. Another very common deduction is travel. If you're traveling for business, so in the case of real estate, you're going to visit a property that maybe it's not in your same city where you live, that is also a deduction. If you spend money on food, right, meals, this is a business deduction as well. If you're meeting with your CPA, if you're meeting with your realtor, if you're meeting with your property manager, even husband and wife who typically go out on a date, right, but you end up talking about your real estate business or any other business that you have in common, that is also a business deduction. A very and we can talk, so there's another deduction here also. Let's say that you have a laptop that you use for your business, that you analyze, it is a deduction. You have also the home office expenses that we can talk about next.
So what are the most commons that people don't know about, or they don't take advantage of these deductions? And that kind of made me think about the home office that you were talking about. So whenever you have in a home office, can you deduct your home payment, your mortgage payments on your taxes?
Well, so the home office is one that many accountants do not want to include. Many times I find it's the older accountants, because in the past we have seen, or the IRS was very strict in that sense of deducting your home office as a deduction on your taxes. They wanted to see the sign outside the door. They wanted to see a separate space. That is not the case anymore, because a lot of business owners work from home. So people can have a little room in their house, or they could maybe work from their kitchen table. Sometimes I have clients who do that, right? So what you do is you take whatever expenses, and I will tell you which ones those are, whatever expenses you have for your home, then you get the percentage of whatever space you use for your office. So let's say your entire house is 1,000 square feet, and it has 5 different spaces. So like 3-bedroom, the living room, and then the dining room, right? And you use one of the rooms, then that's 20% of the expenses for the home that you're gonna deduct. What are these expenses we're talking about? electricity, water, so utilities, right? Internet. If you rent a house, 20% of your rental expense goes into that. If you own a home, you cannot deduct your mortgage, okay? Because a portion of that is not deductible, which is the principal. And this is in general for IRS purposes. Only the interest portion is really deductible. So 20% of the interest expense for the home would be deductible for your home office. If you bought a chair, if you bought a table for your office, if you had remodeling in your office, that's fully expensable. Let's say that you have a business where you cook food, right? So, and you remodel your kitchen, you cook out of your kitchen, the kitchen will be fully deductible. So that's how we look at it. And we try to always, when we're doing the tax strategies, which is really what we focus on, right? We always make sure that we are taking whatever expenses the client already has and is not deducting. How can we bring it into the business as a deduction to lower their taxes? That's step number one.
So, and I want to end with this, and because I really need to understand Warren Buffett, the Amazon, they say that they pay very little taxes, almost to 0% to 15%, when everybody else have to pay a lot more. Is this true? Or are they just doing it to just say things, or is it really true? And how can they do it if it's true? Because for me, it doesn't make sense that I have to pay 20-30% on taxes, and somebody else is saying that I don't pay any taxes. For me, that doesn't make sense. So can you walk me through that and explain where's the lying here, or where is the misunderstanding that I'm not aware of?
Yes, Dolly. So you're totally right in the sense that, yes, these people do pay sometimes 0%. Amazon for the past, I don't know how many years, has been paying 0% in taxes. Can you believe that? I mean, such a multi-million-dollar business, right?
Possible.
It is possible because there's strategies out there, and the key is in the strategies, like you said, right? The difference is in the tax planning. So these are companies, these are people like Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett pays 15% in taxes. It's funny, they say that he pays less percentage tax-wise than his secretary. Why?
15%, that's crazy.
It's crazy, right?
Is that even possible? So through our strategies?
So yes, through strategies. And the way that it works is the IRS and the government want to incentivize a certain way, a certain people to go a certain way, right? So for example, why do real estate investors have so many benefits, and strategies? Even the 1031 exchange that we have talked about before, that's one strategy where you don't pay taxes when you sell the property, you defer the tax to a later time, right? So these are ways for the IRS and the government to incentivize the community to act in a certain way. They want, because the government cannot house every single person in the United States, they say, okay, real estate investor, I need you to buy property, I need you to house and rent it to other people, so that, right? And then they give you benefits. In the same way, there's some things called tax credits that you could buy. People don't know about this. This is not general information that you have out there. So you need to contact a tax planner or a tax strategist that can tell you all these strategies, right? There's also investments sometimes in certain minerals that the government wants you to invest. They'll give you some kind of benefit or tax cut. Okay, and these are all legal. This is nothing here is illegal. It's not common knowledge.
This is just mind-blowing, because I honestly thought that people were just either making it up or making statements, because for me it didn't make sense. But now that you explained it, Anna, I'm like, okay, it is important, guys. Go to your strategist, to your tax planning strategist. You want to go to, whenever you are starting a business, to go with someone that can, yes, you are going to have to pay them, obviously, because that's their job. However, they'll be able to save you a lot more. And people sometimes they don't see the offset of benefits. That's just and I will definitely, I love having you on board, and I love having you explain all of this, because I really didn't know. I really didn't comprehend how that was even possible. So thank you for explaining it to me. You guys at home, feel free to contact us. You can contact me at the 813-696-3606, or you can contact Anna at 754-273-5840. Give us a call. If you have any questions that you would like us to address in one of our podcasts, feel free to comment below, and we'll make sure to get that question answered for you if you have any. And if you have any specific questions, definitely give us a call. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Thank you.